Okay, today's daf is Yoma Zayin, Yoma 7. The Gemara in Vavam Beis has a machlokes between Rav Nachman and Rav Sheshes, whether Tumah is Hutra B'Tzibur or Tumah is Dechuya B'Tzibur. So the Gemara explains about 7 lines from the 8 lines from the bottom. Hey Chadika Tmeyin v'Tahorin Bahu Beisav Kuli Amalo Pligi Tahorin Avdi Tmeyin Lo Avdi. Everyone agrees that when you have certain Kohanim in that group of Kohanim that are serving that week, some are Torah, some are Tameh, the Tahorin are the ones who do it. What about if either all the Kohanim are Tameh? Do you have to go bring another Kohen that's Torah? According to Rav Nachman, you don't have to. You can let the Tameh do the Avodah. Rav Shei says you have to try to bring someone. And the Gemara says, Ikada Amri, another possibility in Rav Nachman, that even if some of the Kohanim are Tameh and some are Tor, we still let the Tameh do it because Tumah is really Hutra B'Sibur, it's completely permissible B'Sibur, and you let the Tmeim do it, even if there's Tahorim around in that base of. Now, the Rambam, in our Gemara on Vavam Beis, passes like Rav Sheshes. Rav Sheshes are Dechuyi B'Tzibur. The Gemara on Dav Zayin Amud Beis, there brings a machlokes between Reb Shimon and Reb Yehuda regarding the avodah on Yom Kippur. According to Reb Yehuda, about 4 lines down. One second. The Gemara is 2 lines down. Tanahi, the sign it sits bein sheyesh al mitzcham and shein al mitzcham ratza. Diver Reb Shimon. Reb Yehuda Omer. Odei al mitzcham maratza, ein odei al mitzcham, ein maratza. He says if it's on his, if he's wearing it, it's maratza. If not, not. Amar lo Rabbi Shimon, Kohen Gadol b'Yom Kippurim yochiach she'ein odei al mitzcham maratza. Kohen Gadol doesn't wear it the whole time. When he goes with lifnai v'lifnim, he doesn't wear the sis, and still maratza. Even there's Tumah. Amar lo Rabbi Yehuda, Hanach Kohen Gadol b'Yom Kippurim she'Tumah is hutra lo b'tzibur. Rabbi Yehuda clearly says Tumah is hutra lo b'tzibur, and we paskin like Rabbi Yehuda. The Rambam paskin like Rabbi Yehuda. Furthermore, the Gemara on Daf Chedam and Aleph, the Gemara also says machlokes in the middle of the Gemara. The Sanya Echad Zev Mazan Alav Kol Shiva Mikol Chato Shu Sham Divrei Meir. V'Yossi Omein Mazan Alav El Shlishi V'Shvi. 7 days before the Kohen Gadol does Avoda, do you do Hazah? Do you sprinkle the Meichatas on him all 7 days, or only Shlishi V'Shvi? So the Gemara says, "My love." A couple lines later, "My love." Meir sever Tumah Dechuya B'Tzibur. Yot sever Tumah heter B'Tzibur. So the Gemara says, Rabbi Yossi, we paskin like says Tumah is heter B'Tzibur. So what is it? Do we paskin Dechuya B'Tzibur or heter B'Tzibur? Now another question is, why does it say the word over here on the Chedam and Aleph Tumah heter B'Tzibur? It doesn't say Hutra heter B'Tzibur. And also the Gemara on the Zayin Amud Beis, Tumah Hutra lo. It says by the Kohen Gadol Tumah Hutra lo B'Tzibur. It doesn't say Tumah Hutra B'Tzibur like Rav Nachman said originally. And the third question we could ask is that according to the Mandamar, it says Tumah Dechuya B'Tzibur. The lashon of dachay, what does dachay really mean? Dachay means to push something away, to stall it for a later time. Does that necessarily mean that it's mutter at the end or not? I want to suggest that really Tumah Dechuya B'Tzibur means, like the Gemara says, if you have Kohanim that are Tameh and Tor, so you have to go ahead and try to find, if the Kohanim, all the Kohanim are Tameh, so you have to go Mahadrinan, you have to go find Kohanim that are Tor. Let's say you don't find Kohanim that are Tor. What would be the halacha? So Pashas is that it should be you could use a Kohen who's Tameh. I want to say that's not true. The Gemara could have said, instead of saying Dechuya, it could have said Hutra Alidei Hadchak. It's Hutra Alidei Hadchak, and that would mean the same thing. You have to matriach yourself to find the heter. Dechuya means it's pushed away. We stall. We look for a heter. If we don't find the heter, it's not really mutter according to Tumah Dechuya B'Tzibur. So really, we paskin, the Rambam paskin Dechuya B'Tzibur, we're not going to say he's paskining like Rav Sheshes. We're really going to say he's paskining like the first lishna of Rav Nachman. And that would be the nafkamina between the two ways of learning Rav Nachman. Rav Nachman says, if you have Tmeim and Tahorim, could the Tmeim do the Avoda even though you have Tahorim right there? Second Lishna says you could do it. And the first Lishna says, no, the Tahorim have to do it. And that and the Lashon of Nachman Amar heter hi b'tzibur, that it's heter. It's a heter, meaning heter. We rely on a heter. We rely on a kula because of tircha de tzibura, and we don't go searching for kohanim that are tahorim. We use the kohanim that are tmeim. You have kohanim that are tahor, also in that base of, and you use the tahorim according to the first lishna. That's what it means. Hutra lo, also by the Kohen Gadol, when we said hutra lo, and on daf chet we said heter he, but see, we doesn't say hutra, because we're learning the halakha is like this first list of Rav Nachman. The heter is different than hutra. Hutra means it's a complete heter. There's no isser at all. Heter means that we rely on a kula. We're not matriach ourselves because of tircha tzibura. We're not relying. We rely on the kula, and we're not matriach ourselves to search for a more tohor option. And that's why the Gemara in Daf Chet and Aleph says that a Kohen Gadol, that if the tzitz is actually broken, there's no technicality. It's not because he can't go into the Kodesh HaKadoshim because of technicality, a tangential reason, or because of a tircha. If it's actually broken, then even though if you hold Tumah Hutra B'tzibur, Rabbi Yehuda will hold Tumah Hutra Heter Hi B'tzibur, Hutra Lo B'tzibur, would not hold. He would agree that if it's broken, then it's not Maratzi. The Kohen Gadol's avoda on Yom Kippur wouldn't work if there was Tumah. Why not? Because he holds it's not a complete heter. It's just we rely on a kula, we rely on a heter. We rely on the heter, we rely on the kula, and we're not matriach ourselves.